Hello everybody. Hello everybody and welcome to Lily's Well. This is the new game I promised that I'm going to play. And yeah, I like the music. You guys could hear that, right? Yeah, you could hear that. Probably not too much. There we go. That should be like above average for you guys. Ooh, I should not do that. Hold on. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, so now that's out of the way, let's start. Okay. It's a cold rainy day in the Tabachi household. Oh, by the way, this is like a RPG game, so I don't really know much about it except it has to do something with Lily's Well. That's all I know. How do I... there we go. You are Lily. I am Lily. Lily is a young innocent girl, 9 years of age. Okay. You live in a modest home with your papa. On this cold, rainy day, you are knitting on the couch while papa packs things in his sack. Tonight he needs to go to work in order to teach a night class. A night class. As Lily is a good child, papa trusts you to stay safe while he is gone. I am a good child. Before he leaves, papa makes hot dogs and boxed mac and cheese. Nice. Nice. We're eating good tonight. He helps you pour the cheese sauce on your hot dog in order to make it taste better. You don't really need cheese sauce, but okay. You enjoy your meal together and ignorant of future events. Papa puts you in bed with the sound of the rain lullabying you to sleep. Voice. Help. Someone. Help. Ooh. You awaken to the sound of a voice. The voice seemed to come from outside. You look out your bedside window. Nobody's there. Nobody. There's nobody among the rain and darkness. Was it a dream? You open your window a crack to listen closer. Please, it hurts. Help. The well. Someone is in the well. The rope is normally hanging from it has vanished. You are a good girl, so you get out of bed to go to help. Read instructions? Yes. Wait, what? Controls. Using items. Uh, controls. Use the arrow keys to move Lily around. Okay. Lily can also move by clicking on the desired location. Object can be interacted with pressing the Z or space. I don't like that configuration. Why Z? Z or space came from it. It can also be done by clicking on. Okay, that's easier. This game autosaves to keep track of progress. It can be safely exited at most times. Okay, using items. Certain object instructions require the users of other items in order to progress. To use an item, open the menu screen with exit or X key. On the menu screen, select Stuff option to access collected items. By selecting an item and using it on Lily, she will use it. Oh, it's a puzzle solving game. Lily must be right in front of the item's target in order to use it. Some of these items have multiple places so they can be used, so don't be afraid to get creative. Nice. There are items types now. There are 4 different types of items: stuff, rope, and key, and files. Stuff make up the normal item that can be used and interacted outside of the menu, objects outside the menu. These often have more than one use. It's recommended to play around with them if stuck. Okay. Ropes are the main goal to work towards. These items are what Lily needs to climb down the well. The more obtained, the further down she can get. It's important to get to know that not all ropes are good materials. Okay. Once a rope is collected, it cannot be put back until Lily climbs down the well. Keys are keys. They can open certain doors and can be used infinitely in any playthrough. Finally, files are notes. Letters, books, they're really just anything that can be read, just like these instructions. Even if it's not directly taken, any file read during the playthrough can be reread from the file section for ease of access. Okay, the well now. After collecting at least one piece of rope material, Lily can climb into the well. The material quality length affects the overall result of the descent. Bad materials will cause the rope to break. Note: once Lily goes down the well, there is no going back. Okay, I think I get the gist of what I need to do. The instructions shall be viewed from the file tab and stuff menu. Okay. Okay, so what's it gonna be? Your knitting basket gives you comfort despite the stormy weather. Look, take, check status. Look. You have one large ball of yarn left. Okay. One large ball of yarn. Would that make a good material to climb down a well? You have no pieces of rope material. But I could take this. I'm gonna take it. Which, how big the yarn ball is, it probably could be unraveled into a long rope. But I don't think that's a good material, though. No, I'm gonna look for something better, okay? What's some of this? What's this? Default. What's it? Lock, lock, lock. Oh, I only have one dress. Okay, that's fine. What's this? Ooh. Okay. Oh, look, a teddy bear. This is a sniffle bear or sniffle for, this is sniffle bear or sniffle for sure. Look, take, check status. You currently have no pieces. But from your auntie you for your first birthday. He's kind of stinky, but a good stinky. Attic stinky. Nice. I'm not gonna take that. Why would I need that? Not yet, at least. Hold on, let me go back in here. So, what's under my bed? If there's something under my bed. Your bed. Look. Your bed sheets are all messed up from your sudden awakening. Can I go on top of the bed? Lamp. This is what's keeping your room bright right now. Okay. Bathroom. The shower is still wet from your earlier bath. The vat has many water slate dolls sliding on the edge. Bathroom sink. Preventer of disease spread and assistance of clean teeth cleaning. The sink is clean with a mirror hanging right above it. What's in the trash bin? Trash can, look, is empty. Toilet paper. There's a fresh roll of toilet paper next to the porcelain pooper. Nice. To save money, this toilet paper is single ply. It's also known as the worst type of toilet paper. Behold, the toilet. The bowl has always been a hard-working part of the household. Even after the time you made potions in it is causing laundry soap bubbles to completely fill the bathroom. Nice. It is also never clogged, even when you put one end of the yarn ball down and watch it, the entire ball disappear in the water. Surely the most scarce appliance to be created. Nice. Okay. What's in there? This is Papa's room? Ooh, what's there? There's a safe for the keypad on it. Okay, so we need a code. For 6 numbers. I don't really know. I don't have a code. Does Zero have some of Papa's clothes? Look. Filled with tidy whities. Papa's clothes. Filled with socks and belts. They are all folded to perfection. Okay, what's this? I can't take none of these things. Okay. Can't interact with that. Papa's bed, look. His bed has always remained tidy as far as you can remember. You aren't sure if you've seen Papa sleeping in it. Maybe Papa is not human. I already checked this. I thought there was something else. Okay. Bookshelf. There's a book on the local plant life in the area. Read it? I'm not sure if I want to. Maybe give me something. Freeze line. Okay, so I could come back, stop reading. In case I need information, I could check that. There's a trusted family television. Look. A collection of VHS tapes that can be found in the cabinets under the TV. Some notable ones including Raggy's Guide to Sandman and Clip Clop the and Friends Collection 1. Okay. Did I already check you? I could call a phone number. Is there a phone number I could get? Okay, let's check. What are you? These are the doors to the pantry. Padlock keeps the door shut. This is a place only Papa is allowed to go in. Oh, there's a key up here. Keyboard. This is the keyboard where Papa hangs his key. Look. Keyboard is a note from one of Papa's friends. You can't really read it from down here. What if I push this? Yeah. Yeah, I play games before I know how these things go. Wait, I can't push you anymore? What? What? Yes. Ooh, I can take it now. Shut up. What's this? Vic. Dear Tony, I hope this letter finds you well. I am writing to you from Mother's home as she is requires extra help regarding the pig farm. She is personally doing well and she asks about you and Lily. Mother has especially curious about your progress with your research project. When Mother heard that you were pursuing her specifically Especially, she was delighted to see how you would do. Please write to her and possibly send samples of. I only expect to stay on the farm for next year or so before returning to Malene with your permission. With your permission, I'd like to visit your home on the way. Thank you for your time. I think Vic is in the well. Okay. The shut key. Key to shut. Yes, you got shut key. Okay, what's on the fridge? The fridge tower is above you. Your drawings. That's it. Okay. Um, I got a shed key, I think. So, keys. Shed key. I could use this back. Wait, how do I? There we go. Stop. Back. There we go. So let's actually go outside. Yeah, this looks fun. I believe the well is this way. Bushes? What's new? I can't interact with you. Wait, where's the well? Pretty big rock on the road. It's a rock. One of the one of the common things to find outdoors, okay. This trash can is ready for pickup. You can put any unwanted robots in here after you collected some. Check mailbox? No mail today. Okay. I could phone somebody though. Did I find a phone number anywhere? Here's the well. I'm not going to you yet. There's a river here. What's this? Oh, this is a shed? This doesn't look like a shed. This looks like a shed. A large pair of garden chairs are buried in the garden. These chairs are usually used for trimming vines and trees after overstayed well. Can I take it? Take. Sharon and large scissors don't usually mix. Pictures, yes. Please don't cut yourself. Okay. Ooh, rope. It's extension cord, not a rope. Even in a storage shed, having a wire out like this is a clear OS OSHA violation. Okay. What is this? A broom? Old broken weed whacker. This broke a while ago after Papa dropped this in the river. Bag. A bag of mulch. Used for garden. Okay. A pair of bolt cutters are hanging on the wall. I may need that. You don't remember seeing Papa use these much? Use this as much? Okay. I'm taking it. Take this. I should probably leave it. No. I'll come back for you if I need you. What's on the wall? I can't reach up there. Unless I was stool or something. Also, flowers? Blue flowers that look like a little fairy dress are growing here. These are lobella flowers. This is an all-girls school named after. There is an all-girls school named after this flower. It is also a fictional school. What the Bella? Thick pink flowers are growing here. Look, these are dahlias. Fun fact: the dahlia is the national flower of Mexico. Concerning fact: you have never heard of Mexico. How you haven't heard of Mexico? Lily, you need to go outside. Now I want to know what a rose bush is about. What's this? It's a memorial for someone in a language you don't understand. That's Japanese or something. And I'm gonna take a picture of it so I can translate it. There we go. I'm gonna do that later, not now. On top of the stone is a strangely shaped hole. It's narrow and seems to go down a little over 5 inches. It's a keyhole. Okay. So there's a... I could fall in there because I don't see a banister. Can I? Or I could fall in any time I want because apparently there is no banister. Okay. Can I interact with anything out here? Trees. No. There's a lamp here. Can I take that? It's a lamp. Look. Moths and other bugs love lamps. This is a true fact that can be tested at home. Unfortunately, there's no moths because of the rain. Your tire swinging hangs empty and alone. There's a small puddle inside the swing from the rain. You remember that mosquitoes can lay eggs in stagnant water, so you don't want to touch it though. Secrets? Anything? No. Anything? Can I go outside? Now's not the time to go be playing in the road. Okay. Can I go this side? No. Can I go on this side? No. Okay. Ah! I died! Dead end. Alternative ending 1 vehicular manslaughter. Tip. The average water temperature of Lake Capellian in spring is 39.2 Fahrenheit. 4 centigrade for those in other countries. 4 degrees. Skip the intro. Okay, I got an ending. Okay, so now I know what not to do. And can I get rid of you? Hello? Achievement unlocked. Yeah, I get it. Can I? That's gonna stay there forever. Okay, so let's actually take the advice that the game gives us and not go on the road. Despite the stormy weather. Should I take it? It's not gonna give good support because I know Twine breaks easily. Okay, so... Is there anything I could do now? The well. I'm not going for you yet. This game is morbid. I died. Also need the key. I don't need the key yet. Where's the shed? Because this is not the shed. Unless I already have the key. I don't have the key. Where's the shed? Can I go behind here? No, I cannot. Don't fall in the water. Where's the shed? There we go. There's a different part here. Vines! Vines growing along the tree. I could... Look. Vines covered in small yellow flowers. They smell incredibly sweet, but eating it probably isn't a good idea. Okay, I was thinking... There's blue vines. Covered in sharp blue thorns that point towards the ground. It has a chokehold on the tree. I'm not taking you then. There's a vine growing along the tree. The vine is covered in large red berries. You've seen birds in the area eating them before. So I have a selection of vines that I could take as rope. Berries, flowers, or the thorns? Definitely not the thorns. Probably the flowers. I don't think I would need the berries for anything. Okay. Let me go get this key from the kitchen. No, not that. This way. I think. Okay. Can I reset that? Yep. Okay. I can go on this now. Wait a minute. Where's the attic and house key at? Pantry. I can't open those. Is there anything here that I could take? No, I guess not. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go get um the vine cutters and take those vines because that's gonna be sturdy. Don't fall in the river now. That would be bad. Vodka garden. Take. No, take. Children and large scissors don't usually mix. Yeah, I know. You took the shears. I want to get this part done and over with so I don't die from the shears. Yellow vine. Let's do it. I might be able to serve as a possible rope. Cut the flowers, take from the yellow vine. Sure, wait. I'm debating if the thorns will be good because it could provide scaffolding. Well, you live, you learn, so let's... You carefully cut down the vines, but the petals and pollen still get everywhere. Is that gonna be a problem? You took the yellow flowering vine. Is bees gonna come after me now? There are flies here. No, but it has mosquito eggs inside of it. This is where I died last time. There's a pretty big rock on the ground. Don't care about it. Don't go into traffic. This trash can is already filled. You could put any unwanted robots in here. No discarded rope materials that cannot be taken out of it. So I can't take things out of trash. No. Oh, there's a rope here. I just realized this is a rope. Yes. The rope holds stick, but the swing goes down. That should be good. That should be good rope material, so let's try this. Source of voice. All that can be heard now is the echoes of the raindrop. If you wish to save the person trapped in the well, you will need to construct a rope. The wells lead into inky darkness. You currently hold 2 pieces of rope. 2 pieces of possible rope. No, because they say when you begin to descend, you can't come back up. I want more rope pieces. Don't fall in the well. Where's the shed? Oh, this is the shed. Stuff. I can't use that here. Have I seen a locked door anywhere? I don't think I've seen a locked door anywhere. Wait, that means this thing is on the ground? What is this? Look. You hope that Papa will retie the strike when he gets back home. Papa never taught you bowline knots, just very bent knots. If I don't know how to tie bowline knots, how am I gonna tie these two rope pieces together to go down in the well? Should I take more vines? I feel like some of these are gonna kill me. There's nothing down here except for that. Don't go on the road. Sorry, I hit the mic. I'm thinking. Let me go back inside. Here's your bed. Look. Oh yeah, there's bolt cutters also. Is there anything here that demands a bolt cutter? Yeah. This. Door to the pantry. Padlock keeps the door shut. This is a place only Papa is allowed to go. Maybe I could use the bolt cutters on a padlock. Wait, what's this? I just now noticing this. Guys, but nobody on it. There's things on the ground here. Okay, whatever. I know what I have to do. Kind of. I know what I gotta do. I need to get the bolt cutters and use it on the pantry door. Pair of bolt cutters that hang on the wall. Take. We took it open. I thought I'd be way down by that. Okay. No, don't go in the water. You really aren't allowed to in the pantry. Oh god. You really aren't allowed in the pantry. Yeah, we'll do it anyway. The lock easily snaps off. Papa could probably get a new one. Oh, what's this? Why are there paintings on the ground? Already a canned foods are stacked on the pantry shelves. Is that rope up there? I have a beef jerky. Why would I need beef jerky? I have an idea. I can't move this anymore. What if I go here, and go back here? I was thinking I could push that and agree to top shelves. The variety I can't do. Actually, let me check my status. Currently have 2 pieces of rope material. Okay, I'm gonna get a cable. There's a cable over here. There's a spare extension cord over here. Take. Can I take you? Took the extension cord. Okay, so there's a weed rock over there. Sprout peeking out of the soil. Thanks to the rain, these should be growing into beautiful flowers one day. Okay. So, ooh, there's rope. This is rope. Should be pretty strong rope too. Sure. You sure? If you try to use the shears on these, they'll probably break. Now what the rest? Okay. Bolt cutters, and chain line and brakes can make a good rope. No, because then I'll fall into the water. Right? Is that how that works? If I cut that chain, I'll fall into the water. The bridge is gonna collapse if I walk on it again. So I can't go back there because I got chain, I got vines, I got rope. Do I need anything else? Is there any other strong materials around here that I could use? Chain is a strong material. A cable should be strong material. Vine should be a strong material. The rope here has to be a strong material. Is there anything else that I could take before I go down? Is this rope? Nope. Okay, I guess I don't have anything else to do except for the well, so let's go to the well. Let's begin our descent and hope everything goes well. 4 pieces of rope. Yes. Oh no. Your rope is creaking. Something is very, why is it creaking? Wait, what happened? That was a long descent. As you fell, you were lucky to land head first, killing you instantly. Your body lays in a contorted and unnatural state as you wait for the maggots to settle in. Ooh, this series is dark. Very dark. Didn't. Bad craftsmanship. Okay. There are 15 total rope materials that can be found, but not all of them should be collected and used. 15 total rope materials. No, I want to re-see this. Girl, Lily. Is there anything here that could help me? Okay, so there was nothing there that could help me. Hmm. So, I think the chains were too creaky. So what I'm gonna do... Where's the shed? They said there was a shed somewhere. This is the only thing close to a shed I could find. I could go behind here, no. Oh, right, I have a book in here. Vines. The vines of the vicinity mirror can be some of the most dangerous and most useful for foragers. When looking for forage materials, the most dangerous vine to stay away from is the overcast vamp vine. This vine can be identified by its bright purple suction cup-like leaves as only open rainy or overcast nights. Touching these leaves will cause the vine to grab its new prey and attack as many suction cups as possible to the victim's skin. It will then use these suction cups to rip the victim's skin open and suck out the blood until the bone dry. Sure. Another vine that can be dangerous is a worm ripper. Despite its name, it doesn't actually rip out wombs. Oh, it's wombs. But its danger cannot be underestimated. The worm ripper is only dangerous for those who eat the bright red berries of the vine. Oh, the vine. Touching or squishing the berries appear to be harmless. After being consumed, the berries will latch into the inner lines of the host's stomach and intestine like a tapeworm. The seeds inside the berry will seal the nutrients from the host before eventually sprouting. Sensing the sun outside of the body, the new plants will then violently burst out of the host's organs, likely leaving the host to bleed out and the new vines that grow on the nearest tree. The body will be used by the womb ripper as extra food throughout his life. Luckily, the womb ripper vine becomes very brittle. Oh, it's very brittle shortly after separating from its roots. This makes it easy to incinerate. So, the red berry trees are not good. One vine that is both dangerous and useful for foragers, the unknown orderly punishment. Often found in shady areas along the tall trees, orderly punishment can be easily identified by the blue thorns growing along it. Take extra care not to get pricked by these thorns, as they will inject intense hallucinogen that will last around 12 hours on average. They will additionally cause an intense itchy sensation on the victim's inner organs. By removing these thorns, the vine can be used as a very helpful building material. Ooh. It is capable of holding an average of after being dried out. Even after being dried out. Yes. From those suffering with joint pain, you may want to look for the flower Lacarius. This yellow flower vine grows swiftly in the rain and thrives in deep wooded areas. By licking the pollen off the flower once a day, the humanoid joints will begin to repair themselves. It is, however, very important not to take the vine itself or prick the flowers. After being removed from where it originally planted, the roots and plants will quickly start growing microfractures, causing it to be easily destroyed after. Yeah. So the blue thorns I need to remove. I need to remove the thorns. How am I gonna do that? And I need to dry it. There's an oven in here, so I could use that. Okay. Wait, what did I say? You don't remember Papa ever looking it. It's a key, so I'm taking it. There's an oven here. It's a stove. It also has an oven. I could use that to dry out the blue buried bush. Okay, I think I know what I need to do now. Go, 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 go. Okay, I need you. Well, not you directly, but you know, you. No, not look. Take it. But I need something to do with the torrents. So I'm taking the bolt cutters. Should I take the bolt cutters or the weed whacker? I'm taking it because I could use that to take out the torrents. You know what, I'm also taking this because why not? They, the cord is thick and new looking. Yes. Okay. So, should I take the chains too? I think this is what caused me to fall the last time. But I'm still taking it just in case. Alright, I need to do this. Okay, so I need to go. Okay, let's take this too. Uh, okay. Right, you. First thing I'm gonna do, bolt cutters. No, I want to remove the blue. How do you? Because they're gonna inject me with a hallucinogen, and I don't want that. I need gloves. Is there gloves anywhere? Maybe I could knit myself gloves. Can I knit myself gloves? Stuff. Stretch cord, chain, shutter key, rope, extension cords. I don't have anything to knit. Ooh, I got something new. Frog? Yes, it's a raincoat. Look at me. I'm adorable. Okay. Oh yeah, I could cut this. What good that will do. Yeah, look at me. Stop. Goes. Do I need anything in here? What do I have? Canned food, tomato beams, ham, entire ham to the jar. This large scale bag of beef. Hmm. Okay, you know what, let me just... How am I... Cut the blue torn... Maybe I could use... Yes. Oh, you use the shears to trim out the torn, you took the blue torn. Fine, okay. I need to roast this now. I don't like that door being open. Can I mix things together like this? Like, can I use the shears? Use shears? Oh, right. There isn't anything here to snip, but I could use it. Hold on. Wait, how do I combine things again? Using items. Certain object construction requires users of other. In order to progress the game, to use an item, open or the X on screen. Stop the X by selecting an item using it on Lily. She will use it. Oh, I need to use it on Lily. Some of these items have multiple places they can be used. Hold on. On you. There isn't any. Yeah, there is. Can I place this thing on the table? Hold on. I need to cut off those thorns, though. Let me go to the gardening shed. Maybe there's something there. If I place this thing, if I use this, Can I use you on the ropes, or is that a no? There need to be a way to use this. Hmm, I'm kinda lost. Hold on. It's like, is there any way to like remove the thorns before you take it off? I can't use that. I say, okay, how long is this video? It's been an hour, so I'm gonna wrap this up here. Let me just first try this. Uh, this. Yes. There's a lamp down here. Oh, do I need to go lower? The rope has come to an end. But there seems to be another tunnel that you could reach. This is where the voice is coming from. Oh, I should have taken like a lamp or something. Ooh, you can see a lake outside. The weather is causing waves to crash violently against the rocky shores below. Yeah, your body's washed out of the drain pipes into the lake before hitting the water. Your face makes direct contact with the rocks below. Wait, I didn't eat any berries though. Why is my... Ugh. Aww. Not even Papa will recognize me now. This is dark. Dead end. Which one? Wait, what? I'm taking a picture of that. X O X X X X X X X. Tip. An autosave is forever whenever the map changes. If a bad decision is made, it can be erased by exiting the game. Before going to another map screen. Before going to... Yes, but... Anyways, that's where we're gonna stop for today. We will resume this probably tomorrow. So yeah, that was Lily Well. Thank you everybody so much for watching. We will get back to this later. And yeah.